In real ethers news, the Guardians of the Galaxy have touched down. They got both feet on the ground. They have been sent by the divine as a form of divine intervention. So pay attention. And as you were traveling into the North Node, somebody wanted to bring interference. They can't do that. That's what the angel said. But they don't want to hear about that. There's a Jezebel somewhere that's desperately wanting to interfere with your destiny. This is somebody that sits in fear, that wants to interfere. So, Guardians of the Galaxy have been sent for additional spiritual help. Somebody really needs to watch their surroundings. This is a call from the Creator. Real Ethers News. That's what I just heard. Listen, welcome to Spiritual Core TV. You know me, I know you. I see you, you see me too. We are all being made transparent, and the truth is here. It needs no explanation. Now, previously, I tried to do this reading, and the first card that came out was masked, hiding, concealing, and deception. So somebody doesn't think that you can see beyond the mask, or some attempt to continue putting a veil over your eyes. This is the kind of person, they only work with confusion and chaos. Where there is no confusion, they don't know how to work on the lighter side of town with light workers on a light day because everything gets illuminated or something like that. Listen, let's get into it. Remember to discern and or resonate with what resonates with you. That's a wise thing to do. Something about your spiritual gifts. Somebody's still bearing false witness, okay? I feel like this is all people can do at this point. I feel like somebody's lying to get along. They're lying to try to get away from lies and more lies and lying and lying. It's like whatever is going on, it's not even real. So the Guardians of the Galaxy are coming in to stop anybody that's trying to interfere with your destiny. As I was channeling this energy, I heard, follow the yellow brick road. Somebody thought that you were going to leave breadcrumbs for them to follow you on the yellow brick road. Now, if you know the story about the Wizard of Oz, it's much more than just a story. In the Wizard of Oz, the classic journey down the yellow brick road is much more than just a children's fantasy, if you will. It's a timeless, thank you, Spirit, allegory for the inner awakening and spiritual integration of one's physicality by way of everybody on the yellow brick road was a reflection of Dorothy's inner character or the lack thereof, things that she needed to develop within herself. Now, as she's on the yellow brick road going to see the wizard, she then finds out, if you know the story, that by the time she found the wizard, that the wizard was somebody that was just wearing a mask, that the person that she was looking for the whole time was herself, that the people around her were a reflection of things that she needed to integrate into her spiritual journey: courage, thought process, and using her heart by way of discernment. On a spiritual level, though, Dorothy and her companions represent different fragmented parts of the human psyche coming together to realize their innate wholeness, right? Becoming one with the divine. And somebody was like, leave me a clue real quick. I'm trying to come over there and interfere in what you got going on. Leave me a couple of breadcrumbs. We're going to track you down so we can come over there and listen. We're going to make it look like you didn't win. We're going to make it look like we won. There's somebody wearing a mask, their ass backwards. Everything has been reversed. All the curses, all the illusions have been reversed. They don't like that. The premise was pulling away from familiar realities, trusting in the unfamiliar, but seeing by way of the magical spiritual realm. This is about tapping into sovereignty. And somebody has the audacity. I just heard it's bad timing. It's a bad time to wear a mask. It's not even Halloween yet. Something could be significant about Halloween. I just heard false narratives and gossip, hiding and concealing. Expose it. Guardians of the Galaxy have touched down with both feet on the ground. And let me tell you, you are divinely protected. I cannot make this up. I just heard enough is enough. You're unbothered, untouched, held in high honor. Somebody's also trying to redirect somebody else's energy to send it towards you to start a fight with somebody else that's held in high honor. That backfired. You got to be mindful of the information that you put out in the mainstream media because you got some dark ass people that try to hide behind certain readings or messages to get two people that are held in high honor into a fight, trying to triangulate the energy. Bearing false witness in the ethers and the spirit realm is the best way to get laid down and put to rest. Something's got to go. Somebody is really mad that you're unbothered, that no matter what they do, you're still held in high honor. They really want to pull you up out of your destiny. They really want to pull you away from what it is you got going on. But you're coming up tapped into your divine mother, divine mother, divine mother, 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 mother suckers. These some weird ass mother suckers. You're tapped into your divine feminine energy. Yes, you are. Why did I want to say that 3 times? 3 times could be a charm, okay? Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. Held in high honor. Yeah, listen, it's a lust bucket. Somebody is a hunter. They're trying to sniff you out. They're trying to find you. They want you to leave breadcrumbs on your destiny, on your path, towards your wheel of fortune. This is what somebody is saying. So the Guardians of the Galaxy have touched down. They got both feet on the ground. And somebody's trying to give you the evil eye. They could be trying to scry, to try to see where you are, to locate you or project out. It's not working. You got divinity here. The Guardians of the Galaxy have touched down. It's something supernatural. Look at you. And you're grounded and you're stable and you're in high honor. You're balanced and somebody is lusting over that energy. I just heard drop me the location. Clarify, drop me the location. You're a star seed. I see the number 53. 5 plus 3 is 8. So something is spinning the block. I just heard 888. Abundance is coming in. Clarify the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're coming to protect you. These are very special people. Okay. Wherever there's a lust bucket, there's a must bucket. There's somebody musty, crusty, and dusty. It's a Jezebel somewhere. Karmic feminine sitting up, lusting over your high honor, of which they cannot get a touch or a taste of it. Show me this person that keeps gossiping. What's that energy? They're in poverty. This is somebody that's trying to pull at your energy. They're hoping to get just a little bit, just a touch of love. That's all they need. Just a touch of love. A little bit, just a touch. How you gonna get just a touch? And you over there submerged and marinating in must. You're musty, you're crusty, you're unclean spirit. Conflict, they're mad, they're upset. Oh, you mad because Cardi B broke up with Offset? Get your shit together. Okay, animosity. Somebody's mad. It's evil eye energy. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. They can't seem to get a handle. I'm telling you, the Guardians of the Galaxy had to step in. That is a form of divine intervention, okay? You're in the North Node, unbothered. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You're in the North Node, unbothered, and somebody is doing death magic and health spells around the clock. Tick-tock on the clock, they can't stop. Constantly doing death spells, constantly speaking death, and it's just putting them in nothing but chaos and conflict because now supernatural beings are here, Guardians of the Galaxy. You got a musty, crusty ass karmic masculine. There's no surprise there. Wherever there's a karmic feminine, there's 100% chance that there's a karmic masculine somewhere too. Okay, clarify. Show me these people. Show us what's going on. What's the truth? Show us the truth. Something about your intuition. Somebody wants to put an end to your intuition, okay? Dead end. They want you to stop doing something. You could be an intuitive person. Maybe you are very discerning. Maybe you are somebody who uses your intuition. You're a star seed healer. Divinity. Clarify, they want to put an end to your intuition. Again, confirmation. You are a star seed healer. You are somebody with a lot of spiritual rank, a lot of spiritual insight, and somebody doesn't like the fact that you're so intuitive, that you can see through the mask and deception. because they love being in the background. You see how those two people are facing forward, smiling, walking together, and then there's this weirdo in the background that's looking at them. Somebody didn't know that you have intuitive eyes in the back of your head. In the background, clarify, Holy Spirit. I just heard, we can smell your evil eye from way over here. North Node business, okay? North Node energy, okay? Somebody's got death magic on that ass. Health concerns, problems. And didn't I just say we could smell it from way over here in the North Node? Look at you in the North Node. You got all this joy, all this happiness. You're a walking, breathing heart emoji. Okay. Your emotions are calibrated. You're in the North Node. What's going on here? Who's this in the? Okay. Yeah, it's a lot going on. You got the Guardians of the Galaxy here. Okay. Something about your achievements, something like that. Hell is low, real low. Okay. And something about you moving forward and traveling. Somebody would love nothing more than to see you done. This is their dying wish of all the things that they could ask for on their deathbed. Somebody wants you to die. Why won't you just die already? This person wants to take you to death with them. This is what they want. That's so sad. Clarify the Guardians of the Galaxy. Thank you, Guardians of the Galaxy. You got a commitment here, okay? So you got a good, healthy pool here. Somebody's helping you in real time. Who's this person that's protecting the collective? Obsession. Somebody's obsessed over who you're committed to or who you have helping you. Somebody's trying to figure out who you have helping you. Truth be told, this is divinity. This is you ascending. You could be getting ascension symptoms. Yeah, look, these are your ancestors also. So pay attention, okay? And I feel like you are with your intuition, because somebody wants interference, okay? They want you to get, I just heard they want you to get static, like, downloads that aren't connected to anything. Somebody's trying to disconnect you from your spirit team, your divine ancestors, okay? But with ascending and ancestors, you're helping your ancestors to ascend. So if you had some ancestors that were earthbound, okay, trapped or whatever their decisions were when they were in this life, you're helping them to ascend. Yeah, look, somebody's about to meet opposition because it's a backfire. Obsession. Somebody was obsessed with this energy. Okay, show me this person. Chakras, self-love in the reverse. Somebody needs to learn self-love, or this is what they return back to do. Okay, so they reincarnated. They came back into this world, and their goal was to show love. Where there is too much hate, love cannot exist. And somebody's really jealous of the fact that you've mastered self-love. Maybe it took you a couple of lifetimes, but this is the lifetime that you got it right, and your heart is clean, and your mind is free, and you're making good judgment. Yeah. When your heart is free, it's easy to make a decision. When your head is clear, you know you have good judgments. But when your life is turning topsy-turvy, somebody didn't know what was disturbing them. It's self-love, lacking self-love. Clarify, show me this person. Yeah, they can't seem to move on. This is somebody that's bound to the past. It's somebody stuck in the past. And they keep meeting people that remind them of familiar spirits that they refuse to settle these contracts with. The Creator is urging them. There's an urgency, urging them to open their heart to self-love or love in general. Moving on in the reverse is somebody that can't move past bitterness, anger, hurt, pain, things that have happened to them. Hurt people hurt people. Somebody has been the victim and now they feel powerful being the victimizer. It's somebody that has a lot of antics. They're very, they remind me of like a spiritual caricature, they're very animated. That's what I just heard by way of this animosity. They feel like they have the right to be this way. Self-love in the reverse and moving on. There's somebody stuck in a rut, stuck in a cycle, trying to move forward. They could be feeling like they're being attacked. This is their own energy. This is creator sending divine intervention because they want interference for people that seem to be having it easy in life. But who's really had it easy? Everybody's got a story, but somebody really gets pissed off about your story and how you show up and how you shine. You know, this is somebody that feels as though they can judge you by how things look, judging a book by its cover. That's what I just heard. And so they want you to go through something because they went through something. They want people to feel their pain. Clarify, you don't even know this person's name. Who is this person? Why are you here? What is your problem? They're hateful. There's somebody that says they have a clean heart, but they're really holding a lot of resentment. They really are holding a lot of resentment, and they're getting bad karma. Karma's in the reverse. They're trying to get up out of it, clarify this person, but it doesn't seem to be working. And they're using some form of voodoo. It's all backfiring. Lust, backfiring. Clarify. Boss energy. Clarify the boss. I just saw the 8-8 here. So something spent the block. Okay, clarify. I just heard how soon we forget. Somebody literally is paying for the sins of their wicked ancestors because they refuse to break the generational curse. Somebody's ancestors were spellcasters. And see, in their mind, they don't see themselves as a spellcaster, but they spew a lot of hatred, a lot of bitterness, a lot of anger, a lot of animosity. So they really are taking on the essence of their ancestors. Yeah, look, sweetheart in the reverse. Somebody is not a sweetheart. Somebody's heart is not light. It's not free. When your heart is not free, you make bad decisions. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. It's a devil's playground. They're trying hard to shapeshift, but the guardians of the galaxy can't be fooled. They've been sent by the divine. This person's wearing a mask and they're hiding. They're very ballsy. Somebody moves around a lot, running from themselves, running from their own energy. Nobody's attacking this person. Show me this person. They're under judgment. They're trying to manifest something. Destruction. Somebody's praying to manifest destruction for enemies, but their enemy is suffering. Their heart is not clean. They're taking on the sins of their ancestors. They've not broken any generational curse. Resentment, shame, guilt, those are curses. That's not in alignment with divine promise. Emotional pain. Look, somebody is brokenhearted. They're sad. They feel like life has been unfair. They feel like people think they're better than them. This is the way the enemy has been able to keep this person in a clutch. Yeah, this person has to lay down their sword. There's somebody out here fighting a battle against themselves, against their own bloodline. They got ants. Thank you, Spirit. All praises be to the Most High God. Thank you, Guardians of the Galaxy. Both feet on the ground. Yeah, they've touched down. We got supernatural beings here. Thank you. Thank you. It's starting to get a little windy outside. That's confirmation. Oya energy. Listen, let me tell you something. This person is fighting up against ancestors that are tormenting them. They're fighting up against ancestors. That's who they're fighting. Dense ancestors who are torturing them. Putting them under illusions, honey, to take them to destruction. I can't make this up. Is that possible? Heck yeah, that's possible for earthbound ancestors. that never ascended, never reincarnated, never returned back to source? Hell yeah, that's possible. Somebody is fighting up against their ancestors. Their ancestors may have done voodoo on them when they were alive, or somebody comes from a bloodline of spell casters. And this person is looking for freedom, but they're so angry. They really want to feel the divine presence. They really want to know the creator, but they're so bitter. Look, second time that their heart came out in the reverse. This is somebody that, I mean, I'm talking about, they're just really angry, in the islands or in Jamaica, Trinidad, wherever you want to call it, islanders, they call people like this goat mouths. A goat mouth is somebody that has the power to speak certain things into existence. This is this kind of person. And they've been able to speak from a heart of animosity and conflict and lust and whatever this is, death onto people. And it's been successful. But now they're meeting some type of opposition, some type of opposing forces. They feel like something has lifted off of them, but I see 888. Something is destined to find them again because the creator is sending divine intervention. Clarify, guardians of the galaxy. Somebody could be jealous of how protected you are. Clarify, guardians of the galaxy. Show me this person. What seems to be the issue? They're a flying ass monkey flapping around. This person could be talking real fast. Okay, something like that. Trying to get away from something. They're running from themselves. They're running from their ancestors. Flying monkey. Clarify. Yeah, I just heard the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So somebody says a lot. They got a lot to say. This is what I just heard. And they're really pissed off. What's sending this person into a rage? It's your peace. It's the North Node. It's your connection to the divine. It's you being held in high honor. It's you being able to heal from things that have happened to you. When you heal, you help your bloodline heal. You help your bloodline ascend, alive and or unalive, in the physical and in the spirit realm. It doesn't stop. The ascension is eternal. This is why we ask our ancestors of our highest good to assist us, because not all your ancestors were nice. This person's being tormented by their ancestors, quite literally. Awakening in the reverse, they refuse to see the truth. Somebody could be so deeply resentful, so dark, so hurt, so like, I just heard overprotective. Okay. That's a form of fear, standoffish. It's like they want to be in the world by themselves, but they don't want to be alone, but they don't know how to communicate that they want to be around people. So they act as if they don't need people. It's somebody playing tough. Okay. Clarify the heart chakra. Destruction. Yeah, look, I can make this up. They're running. Because I heard when I started the reading, like, we got to go. I heard that real clear, like, okay, we got to get out of here. We got to go. They're running. They're running from themselves. They're running from the fact that they're not tapped in, y'all. Let's just assume, okay, let's just for a moment, somebody is, somebody that does divination, right? And they want to know something about somebody. And in their mind, they got ancestors playing with them, y'all. Trickster energies. And they're like, yeah, she did witchcraft on you. So then this person goes and they start asking creator for destruction, death, and they start praying it and projecting it that way to that person. They're being tricked up because you're somebody that's 100% A1 from day one. And if you got to smack somebody in the spirit realm, you got authorization. You know why? Because sometimes you got to smack a bitch to get their damn attention. Like, if you don't wake your dumb ass up, ain't nobody attacking you, dummy. What the hell are you doing? Somebody is working that hand. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. They don't want anybody to know what they're doing. Okay. Abandonment. They got to go. Trust the fact that they got to abandon this because it's about to backfire. Somebody did death magic. And they act like they don't do magic. They do magic. They absolutely do. Show me this person. This is how they show up. Clarify. I can't make this up. I can't make this up at all. This is an illusion. Anytime you got to go towards people and tell them that you're a good person, that's a red flag. Actions speak louder than words. That's a red damn flag. Watch the people always playing the victim. I'm a good person. I would never do anything like that to anybody. I don't do magic. I got a good heart. I got a this. Who are you trying to convince? Because those are conversations that's between you and the creator. And it goes without saying, your silent prayers get registered at the highest level by way of the creator above it all. So who are you trying to convince? Concealing, hiding, deception, and a mask. I can't make this up. I just heard doomsday. Clarify. I can't make this up. Whoever this flying monkey is, I'm going to be honest. This is like a spiritual stalker. This is somebody that saw you. They got animosity. Whenever you see unhealed people like this and they see people who are happy, it's definitely going to irritate their demons. It's going to irritate their demons for sure. It's going to irritate their demons. And now somebody's got more to hate and be in conflict about because you got real love here. You got a fine ass divine masculine. I just heard my divine masculine is so fine. Whoo, child, listen, something like that, real love. And this is somebody that, I'm going to be honest, their ancestors are playing with them. Somebody's ancestors have never liked them, but somebody comes from a dark bloodline that never figured it out. Something like that. I just heard their mother's side of the family. Something about the mother's side of the family, dense ancestors. You do have trickster ancestors that will play games with you, that will torment you. They all were not nice. I don't know why people are like, my ancestors, all your ancestors were not nice, honey. Some of them were murderers, rapists, warlocks, witches. What you think the generational curses were about? So if you coming up here and you're not taking on the responsibility to break the curses, then you're just implementing the curses. That's all you're doing. You're just making it worse. Clarify. Somebody is so angry that you are this divinely protected. They cannot stand it. I mean, it is eating them alive. Clarify, the Guardians of the Galaxy has been sent. Hey, the Guardians of the Galaxy said, F around and find out if you want to. F around and find out. Somebody was trying to teach you a lesson and Spirit said they're going to learn today. They can't unlearn this thing. They're blocked. You got supernatural beings, y'all. They're real. They're so supernatural. Some of these beings we didn't even know existed. We don't even know where they come from. We just know the Most High God sent help. Most High God said, I'm sending help. Blocking the shit out of these people. No access. I can't make this up because North Node energy requires for you to be in a high vibration, a high frequency. You got new assignments. You got new love. You got new you, a new boo, a new this, ascending, divine feminine, divine masculine. Listen, divinity energy. I can't make this up. And somebody's really jealous of the fact that you are so protected. They wanted to abuse you, misuse you, mistreat you because they're jealous of your gift. And you know what's so interesting? Let me tell you what's so interesting about this and why this person feels this need to attack you. Because honestly, y'all have been through similar things. You came from a very dark bloodline. You cleared up your bloodline and you ascended. You're still ascending to the North Node successfully as a rising star. Real love is here, real commitments, high vibrational. And somebody went through the same thing almost. This is like a contract that's lying dormant. This is a contract that needs to be settled. The only difference here is you're held in high honor. You're choosing the light. You're taking the high road. And somebody has never been able to break their generational curses. They just pretend like they are. They pretend like all is well, but all is not well. It doesn't take much to see that somebody's ass feels defeated. Truth be told, they had the same opportunity as you to heal their heart, to let things go, but they refused. Leave it to them. They're not doing anything. Clarify? They are so jealous and envious that this destruction is backfiring on them. They don't know what the hell to do. They want to try their hand at magic again. They want to speak death towards you, but they're so afraid to mention your name. They're so afraid to put your name in their mouth. They don't know what the hell to do. Jealous and envious and destruction. This is somebody that's jealous of your spiritual gifts, your spiritual ranking. And interesting enough, you too have very similar backgrounds. The only difference is you didn't listen to your dense ancestors. Instead, you set them free from being earthbound. You said, hey, you can't occupy my vessel. You can't drain me of my energy. Yes, you have dense ancestors that will try to attach to you because they're wandering. They never ascended. They died. Yeah. But some of them did things that were unfavorable, so they're bound to those contracts. Those contracts don't get eliminated. They're responsible. They got to live out those contracts without a physical body. So when you start to ascend to the light, they want to attach to you. You got to let them know, back up. You can't drain me of my energy. Somebody's being tormented by their own ancestors. That's what's happening. You got to set them tormented ancestors free. And if you know, then you know. Oh, it takes a lot of work. It ain't the kind of work that you could plagiarize. It's not the kind of work that you could terrorize. It's not the kind of work that you can claim as your own achievement. A copycat could never. A destiny swap could never. Destiny altering images could never. You know why? Because you really got to do that work to set them dense ancestors free. All of them were not nice. Some of them were murderers. Some of them were in the bed with the devil. Listen, it's a lot going on. And I know for somebody that's like, oh my God, yeah, you got a whole altar. And you wondering who the hell's tormenting you. It's them earthbound ancestors. You got to really put in that work to set them free. And somebody refuses to do that. But listen, in order to break generational curses, you have to, one, acknowledge it. You got to know that you living out a curse. Somebody swears up and down that somebody is doing something. Oh, they're doing this to me. Oh, they did. No, you keep doing something out of order. You're doing something out of order. There's an altar that's out of order that needs to be altered. You're dedicating and making offerings to dense ancestors, and they're torturing and tormenting you. And you're opening doors to something and giving it permission and access to your life. Every day is not a battle. You ain't battling. If you battling something every day, then you're doing something damn wrong. Creator says, the thoughts I think towards you, chosen one, are peace, love. Can you hear that? Hearken to my voice. Listen to what it is I'm telling you to do and show obedience to that. And I will give you the desires of your heart. Make your heart light. Don't worry. Don't take none of this stuff personal. When you sad, come to me, surrender your sorrows, and then allow me to take care of your affairs. I will be your prosecutor. I will be your defendant. You ain't got to fight none of those battles. You don't have to do any of that. Keep your mind on me, and I will keep you in perfect peace. So when you come along and you got all this light around you, chosen one, and you got somebody over here that their heart is heavy, they got opportunities to break their curses, but they don't even want to acknowledge the damn curses. How can we help you if you don't even want to admit the fact that you got something wrong with you? How? You ain't got to tell us. Just tell it to the Most High God. Admit it to yourself, But somebody's too busy being a flying ass monkey flying around looking for whom they can motherfucking devour. Listen, that Saturn return is a bitch, ain't it? Clarify lustful energy. Somebody's lusting over your work, lusting over your abilities, lusting over your divination, lusting over your connection to source. They want your work to be their work. They want your intuition. And how do they plan on getting that? Through your solar plexus by way of sexual energy. Nothing new to see there. Divination. Clarify this person. Who are you? What is your problem? You did a love spell, but you don't love yourself. So what the hell are you doing? Love spell is in the reverse. You want the love of the divine. You want divine favor. See, these guardians of the galaxy, not only have they touched ground. Thank you, spirit. Touch down, touch ground. Something's on the ground. Okay, grounded. They got both feet on the ground. Not only have they touched down, they're also here to provide divine insight. They're also here to provide divine insight. Clarify the love spell in the reverse. It's a Jezebel. I'm telling you, somebody's sitting up and masturbating, doing sex rituals, touching themselves, imagining you, imagining your energy, imagining what it would be like to be you. This is a form of energy. Somebody's all dried up, dried out. Love spell in the reverse. They don't love themselves. King of Swords could be significant. In the reverse with an entity attachment. Could be a Queen of Swords in the reverse or a King of Swords in the reverse. Show me this person. They don't even see what's about to happen. This is not fortune telling. This is not seeing the future. This is seeing the truth. There's a difference. Okay. My favorite ones are people, and God bless them wherever they are. Okay. They're getting their lessons. Are the people that say this is what's going to happen within the next 24 to 48 hours. Oh, those are my favorites. Because anything could change. Anything could change, just like wind direction. It can shift, it can change in a matter of seconds, instantly. Somebody's possessed with something, entity attachment. It's a Queen of Swords or King of Swords in the reverse. They're lusting after you. There is no future in their fronting. There's nothing there for them to see. There's nothing there for them to get what they don't see. Because remember, in the beginning of the reading, roll back the tape, roll back this beautiful footage. Spirit said to me, they need to watch their surroundings. The guardians of the galaxy are not only here to stop interference, they're here to give you divine guidance, chosen one. These guardians of the galaxy have been added to your spirit team. This is a gift from the Most High God. Your light team is growing. Somebody comment down below, my light team is growing. The guardians of the galaxy are not only here to defend that which needs defending, myself and my beautiful soul tribe, but also blocking interference effortlessly, not giving these people access. What does that mean? They can't see nothing. Distant futures in the reverse. But you and I know that time is an illusion. The past and the future have yet to happen, but everything is only right now. So what exactly are we discussing here? Not a damn thing. They're disgusted with them. They don't even want to discuss them. The guardians of the galaxy. Divinity and gift. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. Clarify. I can't make it up. They don't even see this. They don't have a clue. Imprisonment. Bound. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Hey, I cannot make this up. Listen. Magic to this capacity puts people in this energy. Brokenhearted, sad, not clear, not thinking, can't see a damn thing, don't know what the hell is about to happen, waiting for you to show up, hoping to get a little bit of your energy so they can have a good day, not knowing their way back to the creator. They denounce the creator. Now they're possessed with something that they don't even know what the hell it is. They got the guardians of the galaxy whooping that ass to and fro. They don't know which way to go. It's all over the doggone place, and the future is not looking bright. Hey. And if somebody paid somebody to do magic, that person's going down too. You know how I know? Because whoever paid for the magic is on the run. I heard clearly, we got to go. She knows what's going on, but they not going nowhere. Moving on in the reverse. If they were able to move on, they wouldn't be trying to cast spells over you or project death towards you. These people's hearts are gone. They never catered to their hearts, so they lost their hearts. You need your heart to navigate in this life. You need discernment. You need brain and heart coherence. And then you need to be consciously aware of it. They don't like that. Who am I? I'm just here to tell you what I would tell myself. Somebody might argue the point. Somebody might see something differently. That has nothing to do with me. I'm here because the divine said, I'm going to give you another day to be here. I'm happy to be here. What's going on? What's good? Listen, it's a day by day, case by case basis. You got somebody planning for Friday that ain't going to make it to Friday. Honey, they fried and died and laid to the side because they were too busy trying to get you to be out of your North Node energy. Listen, the Guardians of the Galaxy came to provide insight. You're somebody held in high honor. That means that people can't just speak upon your name. They can't just project onto you. It doesn't matter if they take a picture, if they looking at a video, if they're sitting there and really trying to concentrate it. That shit don't matter. Somebody don't see that. You can see through the mask. You can see through the smoke signals. They can't see that. Hell no, they can't see that. They're too blinded by abuse and negligence and anger and hatred. Just all roused up for no damn reason. They need to go take a damn nap, honey. A dirt nap. Spirit says, oh, they're going to get their rest. They're going to sleep when they're dead. Damn, that's crazy. That's what I just heard. I'm not wishing death on nobody, but that's what I just heard. Clarify the Guardians of the Galaxy. The lustful energy, sex energy. Somebody's working with a picture. Clarify the sex energy. What's with the sex energy? Y'all projecting onto earth angels. Hierophant. Okay, this is somebody that's a practitioner. Show me this practitioner. What they got going on? They want your Ace of Cups. They want your sweet water. They want your holy water. They want your juices, okay? Sexually they do, because you're the Hierophant and they want your juices. Yeah, this is a lust bucket. See how your cup is overflowing? Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. That's a part of your contract, because the Most High God is with you. The devil, they're obsessively trying to get into that good energy. Somebody crying, 10 of Pentacles in the sun. You're getting burned by the sun and drowned by the water. And you a devil that's just floating on your back, trying to get to the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, that's crazy. Show me this practitioner that keeps sending sexual energy. Show us this weird ass person. What's your problem? Throat chakra. They're projecting death. Oh, wow. That's crazy. They're coming for your throat chakra because that represents a stargate that's connected to your bloodline. Right below your clavicle, in the middle where your sternum is. Let's break this thing down on a voodoo level. Somebody's working with the doll and they keep stabbing the private area to get to your left side of your body, which is brain and heart coherence, something like that. And the left side of your brain, which represents you making conscious decisions. That is the side of your brain that makes rational decisions. Okay? That's how magic works. Somebody's trying to come for your sexual energy that'll lead them to your heart and try to control the way you speak so that you will speak things a certain way. This is like a domination type energy, but somebody's using necromancy. They're using the dead. Clarify this person, Holy Spirit. Show us. Ooh, concealment, masked, hiding, deception. Let us see, Guardians of the Galaxy, with both feet on the ground. Where are these people at? What is going on? Page of Pentacles energy. Clarify the devil and the Page of Pentacles and the moon. The lovers. Yeah, somebody is like doing sexual things to a doll. They're obsessed over your water, over your Hierophant, over your sun, over over your highest version of yourself, over your commitment to the creator. They want to devour that Ace of Cups to get to your Ten of Pentacles. And they're doing this by way of using sex rituals and death rituals. Somebody could be working with Baran Lacroix at the crossroads, sex and death. Okay, that God don't move, that deity don't move unless the creator say so. Damn it, and the high priestess is in the mother buildings playing with us. Stop it. Sit down. Have a seat. Lay down. Take a nap. You got the high priestess energy. Something good's about to happen. Okay, somebody's always got their wand out. Somebody's always in a sexual energy. They can't touch you, so they just imagine they project out nasty, defiled energy. They know that you never share your physical body with them, your essence or anything. You're divinely protected. Yeah, these guardians of the galaxy ain't playing with these people. Clarify? The Two of Cups. Somebody's obsessed over you and who you're with and who you're talking to. Okay, what else? Clarify. Show me this person. They're obsessed. Look, you got the Emperor, the Queen of Cups, divine feminine energy. Okay. Something about you being sweet. Something about your sweetness. Queen of Cups. You're coming up as an Ace of Cups, overflowing with goodness, good energy, good karma, good intentions. And there's a divine masculine here. Who's the moon? Who's wearing the mask? Who's wearing that mask? Let's see. Oh, they're sad. Four of Cups, okay? They're sad because we can see them. They never wanted us to know that it was them. Concealing, hiding, and or deception with the Chariot. It seems as though somebody's trying to get the hell out the way because they know that you see them. Yeah, it's something like that. What's the Chariot? Clarify this person. There's a Cancerian here that's suffering. And they refuse to walk away. The Eight of Cups in the reverse because they feel like they can still accomplish something. They feel like they can still get into your good energy, something like that. Okay, show me this person, please, and thank you, Creator. The Six of Wands. They want to win, but they're stressed out. The Eight of Cups in the reverse is refusing to stop something. They're refusing. Somebody's like, I'm still going to do it. I'm going to be able to do this. I know I'm going to get this. I know I'm going to take their Ten of Pentacles. Well, they wanted to win at all costs. Somebody's birthday's in July. They know that you see them, okay? Somebody's got really big eyes, okay? Eyes wide open, something like that. The Ten of Wands, they're stressed out. Well, they're going to be even more stressed out when them supernatural beings touch down. They're already on the ground. They're the real foot soldiers. They're the ones that are sent by the Creator. They're not even from around here. So as far as like human, experiences and things like that, no, they're supernatural beings. They don't get into all of that ego death and crying and begging for life that's not even real and trying to unalive people in the spirit and take their souls. That's weird energy. Ten of Wands, this person's stressed out. There's a Cancerian here that is stressed out. Okay. Clarify. They did something that they regret, but they were told to stop. Okay. Could have been a heart attack spell or a binding spell, trying to bind into your heart. Somebody wanted to steal your joy. They did some type of jar spell. Now they scared. I see somebody staring at the jar. Clarify, you staring at that jar? Why you staring at that jar like that, girl? You know you crazy. Oh, you so crazy. Knight of Wands in the reverse, okay? Clarify this feminine. Yeah, she wants your intuition. She wants what you have. Whatever makes you you, she wants it, okay? This is a feminine pretending to be a masculine, which I find to be very interesting. Clarify, show me this person. Somebody's about to get the hell up out of Dodge. The Fool and the Queen of Wands, okay? Somebody's about to get the hell up out of Dodge. Somebody's watching you move forward. Somebody did something, threw a rock, hit their hand, thought that they were moving forward, only to find out that they were running into an ending. Show me this person. Show me the truth about this person. You're the Empress. You're the Empress. Somebody was mirroring the hell out of you. Oh, this is probably one of the best copycats I've ever seen. Okay, but their mask is off. So I guess they really didn't do a good job. Okay, show me this person. Oh, they paid somebody. Of course. That's why I'm like, whose energy is this? Well, show us the person that they paid. It shows the person that they paid. They paid somebody to help them temper the energy and balance something out to get a hex off of them. Four of Pentacles. This is what they paid for. They paid money. Somebody said, I ain't got that much. Somebody paid to create confusion long enough that you wouldn't call judgment down on them. So this is how it works, okay? North Node Nordians or North Node people, you already know. When we're headed to the North Node, we don't have to watch our back, our front, our side. We got supernatural beings, literally. It's called your light team, your guardian angels, your ascended master, friends, your teachers, your guides. You got some ascended ancestors at the highest level. They protect you from things in the spirit. They see things that maybe physically you're not focused on, but spiritually you will be made aware, right? So somebody went to pay somebody, Six of Pentacles, to temper out a curse, but they still didn't want to walk away from the opportunity to hopefully get your Ten of Pentacles and your Ace of Cups and your Hierophant spot with the Sun's energy. Somebody is pretending to be tapped in. They're pretending to give a damn. They're pretending to be a humanitarian. Somebody is lazy with the Four of Cups. And this is, I feel like somebody was marrying you so well until their mask fell off. And they paid somebody to cover this up so that people wouldn't know the difference between you and them. So that if something was to come back, it would hit you and not them. The Four of Pentacles. Now somebody's down the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. They stressed out. Show me this practitioner. Well, this does conclude this message. It's a tower. Somebody's practitioner dropped. Somebody could be attending a funeral soon with the world in the tower. It's over. This does conclude this message. Please be sure to like, love, share, and subscribe. Keep your hands clean. The Guardians of the Galaxy are here. They have touched down with both feet on the ground. If to say they even got feet. Some of these supernatural beings got like, you know, it's giving octopus. You know what I mean? They got eyes and hands and arms in different places. Child, it's a lot going on with these supernatural beings. Needless to say, I love y'all. I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, peace be with you.